Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Inertia is a property of matter. T minus 7 seconds.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
On this special episode of Bill Nye the Science Guy, I, Jordan, will be talking about solutions and parts of solutions and too much of solutions and just all about solutions. A solution is a mixture of a solute and a solvent. A solute is a substance that is being added to the solvent to make the mixture, which is the solution. If you have too much solute in the solvent, then it's supersaturated. If you have just the right amount of just solvent and solute, then it's saturated just simply. And then if you have too much solvent and not enough solute, then it's unsaturated. When it's supersaturated, you sometimes will get some crystals at the bottom. If you have an unsaturated solution, more solute can be added to the solvent to make it saturated. But if you have a supersaturated solution, nothing else can be added.
Regular Kool-Aid goes almost 3 times further than soda. Kool-Aid, delivering more smiles per gallon.
Did you know that sometimes two liquids do not mix together, like water and oil, and that is called an immiscible solution?
Ooh. An immiscible solution is when two liquids cannot mix together. An immiscible solution is when two liquids can mix together. So a miscible solution would be food coloring and water, but an immiscible solution would be oil and water.
Wow.
I know.
New Kool-Aid Fun Fizz. Drop it. Watch it. Drink it.
Hey, I want to do an experiment. I want to see how to make powdered lemonade. I'm pretty sure you just take a packet of lemonade and some water, but let's find out. Okay, so when we're making lemonade, we're going to need 8 cups of water and 1 packet of lemonade. First, we start out by adding the packet of lemonade, which is the packet of lemonade would be the solute. The solute is the substance that is being added. And then we need 8 cups of water. And 8. So the 8 cups of water in our solution is our solvent. So once you add the solute to the solvent and you mix it up, it becomes a nice glass of lemonade. Increasing temperature is actually a way that you can increase the rate at which the particles dissolve in a solution. There are 3 different ways to increase the rate, which involves increasing the amount of collisions that occur. So one of which is increasing temperature, also increasing surface area, and by stirring. But adding more solute to a solution will actually decrease the rate of the solution. And that has the opposite effect on gas, because the gas will leave the solution. Now let's take a look at a real-life way to use solutions. A solution with coffee and creamer, you want to make sure you don't add too much creamer, which is the solute, or else the solution becomes super saturated when you have too much solute and not enough solvent. That looks good. So the opposite of supersaturated would be unsaturated, which is actually also pretty similar to dilute. So if your solution is dilute, then you have a little bit of solute and a lot of solvent, which is pretty much the same thing as unsaturated. Solubility is the maximum grams of solute that will dissolve in a solvent at a given temperature. There are some different factors that affect solubility, one of which being temperature. Solids are more soluble at high temperatures, and gases are more soluble at low temperatures. They're more soluble at low temperatures because it slows them down and makes it so they can't escape. Another factor that affects solubility is pressure. Gases are more soluble at higher pressures because it forces them to stay in the solution. Solving for the percent of concentration is actually pretty cool and pretty easy because all you need is the volume or the mass of the solvent and the solution. But you need the volume of the solution and the solute, and then you need the mass of the solution and the solute. But once you have those two things, it's super easy. All you do is divide the solute by the solution and multiply it times 100. Wow, that was so much fun. I'm so glad Bill Nye let me come and be on his show. Hopefully you'll see me again soon.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.